that angle. Let me see. Yeah, that's a good angle. That's a really good angle. That's not bad at all. Alright. Let's see. Can't breathe. Alright. Next is Instagram. Alright, so I've got that. Pretty good. That's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot. Alright. Wait a little bottom real quick. Oh, something. That's the foam on. Oh, I forgot to tell people I was lying. For the broadcast, new broadcast. I think I'm moving the angle a little bit. Let me see. And then put that there. That's a little better. Not too much. That's all right, a little bit. Can't see the cards though. Hey, 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 what's up? I'm getting everything ready right now because I'm getting ready to do a reading for the collective. We can get it in. Just gotta let everybody know. Okay. And Instagram. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in. That's not what I want. Delete that. Delete, there you go. I want that. Let's cut it. Send this. And blast off. Alright. Hey, 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 what's up? What's up, Dre Got Me? Happy full moon, y'all. I know it was on the 18th, but that full moon energy is still good for like 3 days, what, before and after? Happy full moon. I'm getting ready to get into some stuff. We're getting ready to get into the shadow work. Just letting everybody know, sending my emails. Thanks for tapping in. If you can't stay, that's okay. If you're part of my mailing list, you'll get it on the 24-hour replay. So, alright, so I'll let everybody know. Let my mailing list know. How you doing today? I hope you, well, the day just started. I've been up all night. I hope you're doing okay. I've been doing up all night because I'm kind of celebrating that the semester is over. This was the roughest semester of almost my damn school career. And it's finally over. I submitted my final paper last night, so that class had me, whew, man. Okay, so I think I've got everything set up for the most part. It is what it is. If I don't have it now, oh well. So I'm EUNIQUE Divination, and this is a part of my shadow work program, okay? This is going to be part of a 5-week life coaching program revolved around shadow work. So if you're tapping in, what up, you just came in, I'm going to get started. Please let me know where you are from. If you want to just let me know where you're from, drop it in the comments real quick. Drop it in the comments where you're from. Also, let me know if you can hear me pretty good. Drop some ones. Drop some ones in the comment if you can hear me good, comment section. And I'm actually on YouTube, and I'm actually on Instagram, okay? YouTube and Instagram. All right, so tap in, tap in, tap in. All right, so I always recommend for you to have pen and paper whenever I go live, because we about to get into some things. We got to take some notes because we got some work to do. All right, there's a lot of work with shadow work involved. And even though this is a reading for the collective, I'm pretty sure there possibly is going to be something in here that you're going to be able to identify with and tap into, you know, and kind of want to going to want to work on. Okay, so make sure you get your pen and paper ready. Okay, pen and paper, pen and paper. Also, don't be stingy. Please share. If you're on Instagram, share this. Send this to somebody you think that may need it. On YouTube, go ahead and share. Um, Share this live. You know what I mean? For somebody that may need it. We all got shadow work to do. You know, we all trying to figure out how to be a better version of us, and you know, this is really good information to tap into, and everybody should be a part of it. So definitely share if you know somebody going through stuff and just trying to find different ways spiritually to heal and integrate broken parts of themselves or to hear their shadow. Okay, on Instagram I do have badges, so please make sure you support by purchasing a badge, and I'll give you a shout out and thank you kindly. Okay. um, Also, don't forget to like on YouTube. Please like. If y'all like the content, y'all like my outfit, my hair, whatever I'm talking about, go ahead and like it, okay? Appreciate it kindly. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, whether it be for shadow work or just life coaching, tarot coaching session, then hit me up. If you're on Instagram, just click the link in my bio. On YouTube, you can go ahead and click the links too I have on YouTube, okay? So it's $168 an hour. If you purchase a session on Thursdays, it's $68 on Thursday, okay? Alrighty. So now that we get all that stuff out the way, let's do a recap. As I was saying, this is my shadow work program called 21 Questions. Alright, it's a series of questions to kind of help you heal and integrate your shadow, identify sources of trauma. Okay, so there are 4 stages in shadow work. Alright, the first stage is denial. The second stage is projection. The third stage is integration. And the fourth stage is transmutation. And then pretty much after the fourth stage is healing. Okay, so there's 4 stages, and we've been focused on for the last month. I've been trying to put this program together during class, and it's been very hard, but we've made it through. This will be the last question, okay? So there's about 4 questions in each stage. All right, and I'm doing a life coaching session for each question, okay? I've never done it before. I did have I used to go live with my 21 questions, and we kind of go over the questions collectively, but I've never before just focused on one question solely, for a coaching program. Okay, so that's what we're getting ready to get into. And just to kind of recap, the questions that we have already been through. Okay, we've already been, denial is the stage. And it means those aspects that we deny, disown, and reject about ourselves are usually those we've filed away. We've placed away, we put away, right? And the questions that we've already focused on, we've already touched on, are 1, who am I? Who am I? Okay, that was the very first life coaching session, and it's free. It's still on my profile. It's still available for you to watch so that you can, actually look at the introduction, okay? If you don't catch this live, it'll be available for the 24-hour replay if you're subscribed to my mailing list. All right. Otherwise than that, you won't see it again until it's an actual complete program, okay? And then you'll have to purchase it. So if you're meant to be here, you're meant to be here, okay? So who am I? Okay, introduction course, introduction session. It's on my Instagram profile. Check it out. The second question that we focused on in the denial stage was, what do I need to stop running away from? Okay. What do I need to stop running away from? The light is in my glasses' eye. The third question was, what is the source of my greatest fear? What is the source of my greatest fear? And today, right here, right now, we are going to focus on the last question, and it is, what is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? What is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? All right, and as always, I tell y'all that these questions are kind of simple, but they're very deep. And if you're a person that kind of thinks, you know, a little bit more than surface level, it'll be challenging at times to answer questions like that. You know, who really wants to take a look at themselves for who they are, good and bad? You know, it's hard, but it's necessary, especially if you want to be successful, you want to be focused, you just want to be a better version of you. You know, I'm literally in class, you know, I'm in my PhD program, my doctorate's program, and there was this excerpt in one of my textbooks about being a leader, leading people, guiding people, supporting people for a cause, you know, a mission that you want them to complete. And the number one thing that is said, you know, in order to get people to do that, you got to know yourself and you got to know other people. All right, you got to know yourself and you got to know other people. All right, so it's really important to tap in and become self-aware. And a lot of us think that we're self-aware, but sometimes we really don't be self-aware. You know, sometimes it's to the point where some of us we're not even aware of our behaviors or certain things that we do. You know, we get into it with our significant other because our significant other is telling us, like, hey, you be doing this, or you be doing that. And you be like, no, I don't. I don't do that, you know? So, it's just interesting. And it's important to be self-aware and to know who you are and to learn yourself. And that way, like I said, you can be successful. And you can learn and connect with other people, okay? So we getting ready to get into what is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself. All right, we getting ready to get into it. Let me see if I can. I would like to wear my glasses. They're really helping me see a little better, but this light keeps shining in my eye. I have no idea how to stop it, y'all. This ring light is strong. It's annoying. Alright, let me see. Make sure if I stay a certain angle, then, you know, maybe it won't be so bad. Oh, check out the Urban Mystic merch, y'all. Urban Mystic. Urban Mystic merch. It might be backwards. I hope it don't come out backwards. Yeah, Urban Mystic. Make sure you get your Urban Mystic tees and t-shirts and stuff like that. We got different prints, different designs, and everything, okay? Alrighty. Urban Mystic. I love this tank top. It's a little big for me now because I don't want some weight. So I gotta get another one. So we gotta represent for the Urban Mystic one time. Alright. Representing for Urban Mystic. Alright. So I'm tired a little bit, but like I said, I'm just kind of, I'm so relieved that school is over. And the full moon energy was so intense, y'all. Like, I don't know how it was for y'all, but that full moon energy was extremely intense for me. So, let me just confirm. full moon. I believe it was zodiac, but I just want to confirm. So definitely full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo. All right. So was it intense? Was it as intense? Was it as intense for y'all as it was for me? Was it as intense for y'all as it was for me? Let me know. John was a little intense. I don't know what was going on. Had a lot of pressure, a lot of energy. It was interesting. Alright. I already pulled 2 cards. I've got full moon cards, so I've already got those out. I've got the actual full moon card and then full moon of Virgo. So we've already started there. So let me just sit back and kind of contemplate on what cards am I going to use to help us figure out what is the greatest lie that we keep feeding ourselves. Like, man, what's going on here? Let's see. I'm tired. I definitely feel like we need to get in touch with a chakra card. Definitely feel like that. And so I'm going to pull 2. Because I usually pull 1 card for your sun and 1 card for your moon, okay? Damn, I hope I'm not burning out of steam now. As soon as I go live, I've been up all night. And now I want to blow up out of steam. Huh? I'm taking a nap after this. And I'm off of work. Monday, I took off Friday and Monday. Had to relax. So, hey. For those of y'all tuning in, I'm Unique Divination, and I'm getting ready to pull cards to get into this shadow work session. What is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? Alright, this is the last question of the denial stage. We'll be able to move forward. And I'm going to try to go live as much as I can to knock out a lot of these questions before I start back school. I think I got a month off. So y'all be seeing more of me in the upcoming 4 weeks. Let me write down the cards that I am pulling. We got Moon card, Chakra Wisdom, Essential Oil. I feel like this needs to be pretty much straight to the point. I don't wanna, this is gonna be straight to the point, so. I don't like these cards already. We're gonna do some self-care. Because we all know we be neglecting and denying things that we know. We're telling ourselves lies about to ourselves about things pertaining to self-care. Like overworking and not getting enough sleep and just kind of ignoring the signs, right? Let's see. Self-care, of course, soul's journey. Soul's journey. Do I want to put his hair on? I guess I will. Soul's journey. Put him on card. I think that's all. I want to pull right now. This one. Well, no, I got two more. I'm gonna pull a tarot and then my deck, the hermetic deck and my deck. So let me see here. Let me do that. Oh, this is so aggravating, y'all. Okay. That and that. That and that. Alright, I got soul journey. Alright, and then hermetic deck and urban mystic tarot. Do I need to pull something else? What's the question? What is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? I do trust your vibes. You can't go wrong with the vibes, you know? You can't go wrong with the vibes. You can't go wrong with the vibes. Alright, so this should be very interesting. Get out my favorite deck of all times, the hermetic deck. Well, besides my deck now. My deck is the favorite deck of all time. My favorite deck of all time. I'm jumping all out. And we got one last deck to pull from. And we good. We can start. Alright. And this session, once again, is pertaining to my shadow work guide, 21 questions. Alright, we're going to be answering some questions. We're going to be doing some serious shadow work. Alright. Alright, interesting. Interesting. So, we're going to start off with, where's my little bookies? my things. No. Hold on. I'm looking for my little chakra book, y'all. These have a story. The chakra cards, have a story, and I like to give that story. There it is. It's behind the laptop. There you go. Bam. Bam. Alright, I just like messed everything up. Trying to get it. My bad. My bad, house. Alright. I'm gonna fill out my hair right now, but there's nothing I can do about it. But just. Okay? Chakra. We're going to start off with the chakra cards. And so remember, the theme of this session is, what is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? Okay? So let's just hear. We're going to start off. The foundation of the reading is going to be, y'all can see Lord Ganesh. Instagram, you can't. Hold on, let me put him where everybody can see him. Let me put him where y'all can see him. Alright, so the chakra is going to be the foundation. It's going to build this session. Alright, we got solar plexus and we got the root chakra. And we might as well go ahead and start off at the root, right? We might as well start off at the root. And this is discovery. Discovery. Okay, that glare is killing me. Discovery. Little story that goes in my chakra cards, okay? Pink from Pinkton. I am more than I think I am. The legend. Life is easy for young Pink. He takes his gifts for granted until one day he loses Petunia, the love of his life, forcing him on an inner journey. He works hard on himself, hoping for another chance that doesn't come. In desperation, he consults Sky God and learns that Petunia is incapable of receiving love. Pink recognizes that Petunia's role in his life has been to expand his capacity to love. Are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. Personal inquiry. Am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. Key ideas. Leaving the past behind. A readiness for a new adventure. A willingness to venture into uncharted territory. And a whole new level of self-care. Keywords: uplift, journey, and commitment. So, like, before I even go any further, like, just the themes that just keep coming up in the shadow work program are about, like, uncharted territory, and a new journey, and just new things taking place that we kind of were avoiding, right? And so, this is the sun aspect, and we need to pose it to the question of, what is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? So it looks like, you know, we are telling ourselves we're happy when we're not really happy in the present and current situation that we're currently in. We may not be happy romantically with our partner. We may not be happy with our job. We may not be happy right now with our kids. Maybe we're having some issues with our children. Happy because you're not able to do the things that you want to do creatively. You know, unhappy COVID. COVID put everybody in a kind of weird place. I need to stop using that word too. I don't want to get my videos messed up. I keep forgetting I shouldn't really say that. So, you know, the lie that you keep feeding yourself is that you're happy, that everything's okay, everything's gonna be all right, you're okay, and in reality, you're not okay. All right. In reality, everything is not okay. There are things happening with you and your partner that you're not addressing. You just keep letting things, you know, go over and over and over. There's boundaries being crossed. Like, there's just chaos. You're just not really in a good place right now. And this is the Sun card. That's the root. You know, that's the overall, you know, that's the overall issue. But the moon, we're gonna get to the root of what's going on with the other chakra card, which is representing the moon. Okay, so this is discovery, right? That root chakra represented discovery, and really looking at the lies that you feed yourself every day to keep moving, to keep going, because you don't want to address things, because you don't want to confront things, because you want to continue to put your head in the sand. All right, just think about that. Just think about that. Next, we've got solar plexus. Solar plexus chakra. And this represents prayer. This represents prayer. All right, and this story is Cool Lemonade. My prayers are answered. My prayers are answered. All right, an old man sits on his porch with his grandson, sipping lemonade and reminiscing. He'd wanted to be a traveling preacher. He'd been all set to leave home, but his father reminded him to pray for guidance. That very night, his father died, and the man realized that spirit was telling him to stay. Now his grandson appreciates the lemonade and the old man smiles. He never regretted staying on the farm. Cool Lemonade is a reminder that there is always a plan. If you were sidetracked from your path, then you will be guided back to your true calling. If my most powerful thoughts are a form of prayer, how can I live an active prayer? Let's repeat that. If my most powerful thoughts are a form of prayer, how can I live an active prayer? That's deep. I like that. Key ideas: all prayers are answered. Following where life leads. Being of service and fulfillment. Keywords: clarity, destiny, and authenticity. Okay, so what is the greatest lie I've been feeding myself? We're coming back to that question. So, I mean, prayer. Prayer, having faith. You keep telling yourself that you have the right faith and you in what you're doing and what you're trying to do, but it's really, you really don't. Okay? So we're pretending to have faith, to have prayer, and to wholeheartedly believe in our journey and our success for what we want. Okay? And the greatest lie also that you're telling yourself is that you don't need prayer. You know, prayer looks different for everybody, but ultimately, prayer is communicating with your higher power, tapping in, you know, getting downloads from your God, you know, letting your God know that you're listening and that you're humble and you're thanking, you know, your God or whoever, you know, for allowing you to have this experience. Okay, so we need that connection, you know. I don't agree or disagree with atheists, you know, but I feel like ultimately we are connected to something way bigger than us, no matter what you want to call that divine, you know, ultimate collective energy. But it's there, you know, and we need to start acknowledging that and incorporating prayer. Prayer is a form of manifestation, and especially how you pray, right? Using present tense, you know, if you're a strong prayer person, you know, pray daily. You know, if not, these are things that you need to do, okay? So that's how we starting off with it. We starting the reading off with what was the discovery about? Damn, I know I'm tired. Oh, okay, yeah. We started the reading off with the red chakra, you know, am I happy? You know, we found out that the greatest lie that we're feeding ourselves is that we're happy. You know, and the second lie that we tell ourselves is that we don't need a form of prayer or communication with our God. Okay? Just think about that. You know, imagine what you could manifest, or how different your life would be if you had a routine prayer, faith, or, you know, even to connect with yourself. Pray with your higher self. Like, you know, and the things that you talk about, we know that speaking positively and in present tense creates change, it creates manifestation. So just imagine doing it every day. Speaking positivity over your life, your family, your loved ones, speaking protection over your loved ones. You know, imagine what that would do, that type of energy that you're building up. Doing the same thing over and over and over. You know what I mean? So prayer is powerful. And, you know, however way you think prayer is, you know, just try it and see. You know, you can only try and see, right? You can only try and see. All right, so where are we going next? I don't have anything else to read. I'm going to go to Soul Journey next. What is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? Health. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I ain't even got to really, I mean, it spoke for itself. One of the greatest lies that you keep telling yourself about your health is that you're going to honor the physical vessel that enshrines your soul. All right? Health. What is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? That I'm going to honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So this is a wake-up calling, you know. This is to become self-aware. It's already came up. This is what shadow work is about, becoming self-aware. You keep saying you're going to honor, and this is 100% calling me out. Keep saying you're going to honor your vessel. Honor the physical vessel that enshrines your soul. That means getting sleep, getting proper rest, eating right, exercising, washing, taking vacations, you know, all the things you need to maintain and be healthy. And so this is just confirmation for me that I just need to continue to just move forward and just doing better as far as health. I mean, I'm not doing bad, but I could do better. I just feel like that card was for me, right? If it don't apply, let it fly. You know, take it all in if it fits. All right, so that's just what we're dealing with on the surface level, the health. On the moon level, perseverance. So again, the question is, what is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And I'm not going to say that this card is saying that, you know, the greatest lie that you're telling yourself is that you can do something that you can't. Maybe you're just not equipped right now. Maybe you're just not equipped to do the things that you're trying to do right now. And so the greatest thing that you're telling, the greatest lie that you're feeding yourself right now in this present moment is that I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Right now in this present moment, you need to be still and figure out a game plan and get some rest and take care of your body and focus on your health, right? And build up a routine prayer foundation and figure out why you're not happy. And once you start doing those things, then you'll be able to have that perseverance that you need to be able to do anything. Know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Okay? So that's very important, you know, before you can actually do things and complete goals and take action toward those goals, you got to have a clear mind. You know, you can't be out here winging it. Of course, you know, there's times where you go with the flow, but you still should have a game plan, and you should still be able to process and understand what you're going through, what's going on. You know, how'd you get here? What do you need to do to move forward? Okay? All of these things, you know, that I just mentioned, you cannot think about them without a clear mind. Alright? Are you following me? Are you following? Are you following? So next we're going to move to self-care. And we have here, plan a vacation. So the greatest lie that you keep feeding yourself is that you don't need a vacation. You just want to work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. Alright, so that's the greatest lie that you keep telling yourself. You know, you got family at home. You got yourself. Your mind, your brain, like, you know, just running yourself ragged. It just comes a point in time where you gotta just rest a little bit. For yourself and for a corporation, it don't matter. You know, rest is rest. As I'm doing this session right now without no sleep, up all night. But I'm going to sleep after this, trust. Alright, so you need to plan that vacation. And if you feel like you don't have the funds for it, then you can budget. Maybe, you know, eating out, you want to cut down a couple of takeout days or something. I don't know. You know, but if there's a will, there's a way. If you want to go on a vacation, stop denying yourself and telling yourself that you don't need it. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve one. I don't know why you don't feel like you deserve one. I mean, if you work and you're working hard, you know, you're making sacrifices, then why not? Okay, so plan it. Just start by writing it down. You know, start looking at places that you'd like to go. Just go from there, okay? Get the energy rolling. So that's on the sun aspect. You know, you just keep telling yourself that you'll be okay. You don't need a vacation. And next we've got look to the stars. Look to the stars. What's the greatest lie I keep telling myself? That you don't need the stars. that you don't need the alignment of the sun, the moon, and the stars and all the planets combined, that energy is not real and it doesn't affect you. There was the build up before the full moon for me. The full moon was at its peak on Friday, right? Thursday, because the full moon's energy, you can kind of feel it 3 days before, and it's 3 days after the full moon that it's like still potent with its energy. But just people around me, their energy was just extremely like aggressive and just angry and short-tempered, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But it was like multiple people. It was like crazy. So I just kind of focused on controlling me, and I ain't even worried about what them people was going through. They was wilding. They was wilding. I was like, what's going on, man? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's the full moon. No wonder. And so I was able to kind of watch my feelings and watch myself, because I was aware that the full moon energy was at hand. And this energy was intense for some reason. Full moon in Virgo was extremely intense. So, yeah, I mean, we need to be aware. You know, the greatest lie you keep feeding yourself is that, you know, the stars and spirituality are really not a thing for you. You don't need it. And, you know, you find yourself lately in situations where just spirituality and those things just keep coming up. And not only that, we pulled, solar plexus card, chakra card, prayers. You know, it's time for you. This is just confirmation. 2 cards, 2 different cards, telling us to communicate or to look to the divine. You know, God is the stars. So, you know, it's time for, you know, us to stop ignoring. Stop ignoring the signs. Stop ignoring the universe. Stop ignoring God and all his greatness. And understand that spirituality is real. And that you can manifest what you desire if you routinely, you know, work to achieve. Period. How we feeling? Feeling good? Alright. Let's see what we got next. So I might as well do the moon cards real quick. Just get them out the way. But I've got 2. So the full moon reminds us to surrender to the divine. Once again, just focusing on that connection with the one, the universe, the all, right? Surrender. You can't control everything. Everything is not in your control. The only thing that you can control is you. And, you know, you can change the environment. You can change the frequency with your actions and the things that you do. And that's all we can do. Surrender. Stop trying to have control. Surrender to that flow. And you'll know when you're in flow with the divine, because everything will be in synchronicity. Everything will go as planned. Even when things go bad, for some reason, they'll always go as planned. Okay? So when you surrender to the divine, that's what happens. When you give up trying to control everything, you end up going with the flow anyway. You know, it's kind of crazy. And like I said, synchronicities happen. And, you know, even when bad situations happen, they end up working out, you know, when you go with the flow. So, you know, there's always ups and downs in life, but if you go with things, ultimately you'll come out on top, and it won't be as hard as opposed to you going against the grain and going against the flow, okay? And then we've got full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo. All right, and this is you are good enough. All right, so the question for this session is, what is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? You know, and you may be feeding yourself the question that you're not good enough for anything, for anyone, for anybody. You have no value, right? You know, I know sometimes I felt like that before. You know, and so that's a lie, right? That's a lie. The greatest lie that I keep feeding myself is that I don't have no value, right? Full Moon Virgo says you're good enough. You're good enough. And you know, if you're having issues with feeling valuable, just say that. All you gotta do is say that in the mirror. Do mirror work. Remember, last session we were supposed to do mirror work. All right, do some more mirror work. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're good enough. I am good enough. Me, just me, who I am, just me, I'm good enough. Okay? Next, we're going to get into the Rebel Tarot. Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. So the greatest lie some of us may be telling ourselves is that we are it. We are the greatest thing since fucking apple pie. Ain't nobody greater than us. And that may be true, but like, let's focus on something else here. Alright, you're not the center of the fucking universe. Ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So the greatest lie that you keep telling yourself is that you can figure it out and that you don't need the help of a professional. I don't know if this is pertaining to court, pertaining to your business, a project that you're working on, but go ahead and hire that professional. And stop out here. We can't do everything, you know, even though, you know, a lot of people are talented in a lot of different things. Me. You know, we can't do everything, and the things that you can't do, go ahead and get a professional. Right? Don't rely on things people are telling you. Don't rely on the internet. Get professionals who their skill set is designed specifically to take care of that issue. Okay? Alright? Next, we've got decide. Decide. What is the greatest lie I keep feeding myself? Maybe that you never make good decisions. Alright? I feel like the greatest lie that you keep telling yourself is that you never make good decisions. And that's a big lie. Alright? You've got to learn how to trust your intuition. And you can't trust your intuition if you don't listen to your inner guidance. Your gut, your heart, sometimes your brain, right? But ultimately your gut. That feeling of just knowing. You know? And don't beat yourself up if you're not listening to yourself. Just next time when it comes up, just, you know, that instinct to kind of go against your inner self, just listen to it and do it. And see what happens. Okay? Alright? Vibe check. What is the greatest lie I keep telling myself? I keep feeding myself. That my vibes is the best. That everybody's feeling you, feeling your vibes. Check yourself and check your energy. The energy you putting off may be sus. Maybe, you know, it's not good energy that you're giving off and you really don't want to hear it. And people keep telling you. Or somebody has told you. Or people are just avoiding you. Right? So, check your vibes. Check your vibes. And nothing else I can really say about that. Next, we've got essential oil. It's reassuring. This is a blended oil. It represents peaceful. And the trigger statement is, my life is a mess. The true statement is, I find stillness within. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Go within to find peace there, and your life will reflect that. Alright, so reassuring. So I feel like the greatest lie you keep telling yourself is that everything is going to be okay. Or that everything is fine right now. Alright, so, and you know deep down that everything's a little hectic. You know, deep down. You know, but when things are going chaotic, that's when we need to be still. And it says, I find stillness within. Okay? Next, we have spikenard. I've never heard of the essential oil spikenard. Never heard of that. Spikenard. And this represents having faith. And the trigger statement is, why does this always happen to me? And the true statement is, I am at peace. Know that everything will work out as it needs to, and hold a space of gratitude as you watch the miracles unfold. Okay, so the greatest lie you're telling yourself is that you have faith when you really don't have faith. You're really not really believing that these things are going to work out. And that's such a shame, because if you only knew the power of your thoughts and the words that you speak over your life. Okay? Let's just have some faith. Everything's going to work out. Just continue to work on you as a person and who you are. Self-discovery, and everything else is going to follow. Okay? I promise. I promise. Let me get through this so I can take my butt to sleep. So we've got Hermetic deck left, and then the Urban Mystic Tarot. I have 8 of Swords here. 8 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords reversed. And so 8 and 4, they're both reversed, right? So the greatest lie that we keep telling ourselves is that we don't have a foundation. Yes, we do. 4s and 8s, right? 4 is a foundation. 8 is the symbol of infinity. So not only do you have the foundation to create, you have the strength and the power. All eternally, affinity, 8s and 4s. 4s is foundation, structure. You know, everything that you say that you can't do, all these lies that you keep feeding yourself that we've identified in this session are wholeheartedly not true. You have the power to do any and everything that you, in every lie you done told yourself. Okay? So 4s and 8s, we're going to start there, right? 8 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Swords deal with business. Swords deal with travel. Swords deal with communication. Alright, and so the greatest lie that we keep feeding ourselves, again, travel, that came up. And this card right here, planning a vacation, right? So it just keeps coming up that we think that we're not good enough, right? Full moon of Virgo, you are good enough to have a vacation and just, you know, go see things, travel. Like, you know, that's just a lie that we keep telling ourselves. You are good enough to travel, and you will travel. You will go on a vacation. You just got to plan it out. You just got to plan. 8s and 4s. 4 is about structure, planning, right? 4 of Swords reversed. Now, upright, this card is called Lord of Rest from Strife. Reversed, you know, we stress a little bit. We stressed, like I said, because we keep saying, you know, that everything's okay, but in reality it's not. And we know that we, you know, are not focused like we need to be in the midst of some of this chaos that's taking place around us, right? But 4 of Swords for me, especially pertaining to this card, because it's swords at the top and at the bottom, no matter what, it's still structure. Still structure. Not only that, there are swords in the 8 of Swords reverse card. So all these swords, protection, you know, defense, armor, you know, I feel like, you know, one of the greatest lies we keep telling ourselves is that we're not strong enough. You know, we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we can't do it. We're not protected, we can't protect ourselves, right? I don't know what situation you're going through, but you can protect yourself, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You just have to work for that. And, you know, if you don't want to put in that work, then you're not going to get any of those things. Protection, you know, none of that. So, 8 of Swords reversed, 4 of Swords reversed, you know. We've got some work to do. Lastly, these are reversed too. This is the Urban Mystic Tarot, and I've got the Hermit card reversed, And the Universe card reversed. And again, just confirmation. Hermit. You know, the greatest lie you keep telling yourself is that you don't need quiet time right now. You don't need to spend time with your lonesome. You don't need to self-reflect. And not only do you need to spend time with yourself, but you need to be in constant prayer and routine. Right? Routine and constant prayer with yourself and to the divine. Right? Routine and constant prayer. We keep telling ourselves that we don't need these things to move forward in our journey. And, you know, if you want greatness, if you want these great things, and you're going to have to implement some new strategies, some new techniques, stronger strategies and techniques to help you stay protected, stay grounded while you're on this journey. Okay, so we've got, you know, the greatest lie that we keep telling ourselves is that we don't need to look within. We're fine, we're okay, you know, just living our life, not even really paying attention. And I don't even think that's something that you're just telling yourself, like, consciously. I just think that's something that subconsciously is embedded in us, that we don't need to be by ourselves. That's why a lot of people don't like to be by themselves. They don't like who they are. They always have to be around people because they don't like themselves. All right, so if you keep running from your own journey, your own soul, that's definitely going to be a problem. Like, you can't keep running from yourself. It just can't happen. Lastly, the world reversed. You know, the greatest lie that you keep telling yourself is, you know, the world's about leveling up, about a new chapter in your life. And, you know, I feel like because this card is reversed, I feel like the greatest lie we keep telling ourselves is that we're not ready. We're not ready. We feel like we don't have all the tools. We feel like we don't know everything. We feel like we don't have the support system we need. We feel like we're not financially stable. We feel like we don't know what the hell we're doing, right? And none of that matters. I mean, these cards have told us to have faith, to look to the stars, routine prayer, you know, perseverance, taking care of yourself. You know, all these things keep telling us, you know, this whole session just was pretty much telling ourselves that we are fully capable of it. But the greatest lie that you keep telling yourself, that you keep feeding yourself, is that you can't do it. You're not equipped. You don't have the skills. And you can't do it. Subconsciously, you just feel like you're not good enough to achieve goals for whatever reasons, right? Okay? Greatest lie you keep telling yourself is that you're not ready for this level up. And you really are. More than you really even know. You understand? So let me look over real quick, make sure I got all the cards, because sometimes I miss some. Looks like I've got all the cards. And that's it. That's those are all the questions in the denial stage. We have got through them, right? So how do you feel? How do you feel? These sessions were really intense and really deep, and that denial stage really hit home because a lot of things were brought up with each question that really I had to address things that I was in denial about, right? So this is really healing for me as well. Doing this is definitely active shadow work, you know, and it's just allowing me to see things that I need to continue to work on, and, you know, confirm things that I need to continue to work on. So let me know if you feel the same way, right? And so you should be hearing something from me shortly about the next sessions. I don't think it will be next Saturday. I'm going to try to get on before Saturday. We're going to get this rolling because, like I said, I'm not in class anymore. All right? And the second stage of shadow work is projection. All right? We will be moving forward in the second stage of shadow work, which is projection. And that's we can identify it by paying attention to our judgment of other people. right? And the first question is, we starting off going straight to the point. What do I hate about others? That's going to be in the next session, okay? So thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate this. This concludes this life coaching session for 21 questions, shadow work program, 5 week shadow work program. All right, if you're interested in working with me, hit me up. Click the link in my bio, right? And we can get a session going. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and log off on YouTube first. Talk to you later, YouTube. I'm stuck. My jacket.